What's up, everybody? It's the Big K Experience and the Spilt Milk Show with the B. And today's episode is brought to you by Kingman Chevrolet. It's about the journey. It's all about the journey from point A to point B. The 2020 Equinox small SUV is ready for your next adventure. There's technology to keep you entertained, available safety features that help keep you on track, and performance that makes driving fun. Because why shouldn't every trip be an excuse to treat yourself? And right now at Kingman Chevrolet, get 0% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers and $500 cash allowance when you finance through GM Financial. Kingman Chevrolet on Stockton Hill in Kingman.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Big K Experience and the Spilt Milk Show with the B. And today we're going to be talking about the STD Screening van. It's free screenings. It was really awesome, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Do you have an angry face? Top 10 things women find romantic according to a Harris poll. And an 83-year-old woman comes back to life after being dead for 10 hours. All coming up. So on Friday, I checked out this free STD screening van. Well, almost free. You have to qualify for the hepatitis testing, but like the HIV and blood pressure and blood glucose or something like that. I don't know. It's a bunch of other stuff. All was free. So you can go down there and get tested for HIV and stuff. Which I didn't realize HIV is so manageable now. Like, people can have HIV and take these pills and make it unseeable. So when it's unseeable, then you can't transmit it to anyone else, which is pretty awesome if you're in a relationship with someone who has HIV. However, going down there, seeing people fill out the paperwork, getting ready to test is really cool and really inspirational. A lot of people get afraid of that sort of thing. I remember me and my wife, before we decided to get married, decided we both needed to get screened for HIV and one of the many other STDs there could be out there, which obviously we both passed. So it was good, but it was very expensive. I just recently was tested again, and you always have that moment of, I hope, man. I've been in some questionable situations, dog, so I don't know. And then I passed, so I felt super good about myself. I don't have HIV or Hep or any of the other STDs they screen for. I forget, but there's a bunch of them that they screen for. Either way, I feel really good about myself. And if you want to feel really good about yourself, check out the whole news broadcast I did from the van. It's on the B Facebook page. And if you're not on Facebook right now, it's facebook.com/thebaz, which more than likely you are on Facebook right now because I have no YouTube followers. Which, by the way, if you can follow my YouTube page, just search the Spilt Milk Show or the B Spilt Milk Show, and it'll pop up. It'll have like a blue background with Spilt Milk logo, you know, the whole logo on here. Get that, and then you can check it out and follow it, please, so I can get the URL address, so I can promote it more. But as of right now, it's just kind of sitting pretty as I post a gang load of videos to it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Anyways, I do know what I'm doing with my life today because it is Monday and I need to get on the ball. I got to go to Needles today. I got to get a bunch of stuff done. Got to go get my Social Security card, which sucks ass, but I'm going to go get it done, so I'm pumped about that. Anyways, let's get on to some stuff.
Did you know Valley View Medical Center's mission is making communities healthier? We do that by offering a spectrum of services locally. Whether you need emergency care, elective surgery, intensive rehab care, aquatic therapy, or general lab or imaging tests, Valley View has you covered. And our staff will treat you with the compassionate care and respect you deserve. To learn more, go to valleyviewmedicalcenter.net.
So angry words and gestures are not the only way to get a sense of someone's temperament. Your facial structure could also predict your tendency to be aggressive. Man, you got an angry face, dog. Look at you. There are some people out there with angry faces, and I just thought it was because they're mostly angry, so they have like angry creases and stuff. But obviously I'm mistaken. It's a whole face structure. Whether your face is oval, round, or square doesn't matter. What does matter is the facial width to height ratio, WHR they call it, which is determined by measuring the distance between the right and left cheeks and the distance from the upper lip to the mid-brow. During childhood, boys and girls have similar facial structures, but during puberty, males develop a greater WHR. Yeah, I got WHR all day. Just saying. Than the females do, obviously. Previous research has suggested that males who have a larger WHR act more aggressively than those with a smaller WHR, which is weird. Usually the guys with the smaller one usually is the one that's the biggest jerk, you know what I'm saying? Because he has to overcompensate. But that's not always the case, actually. Actually, I don't really know because I have no idea. I'm just trying to make fun of dudes. And this ain't working out for me because obviously I don't know any sizes. It's just a guess. For example, studies have shown that hockey players with greater WHR earn more penalty minutes per game than those players with a lower WHR. Is it me or did WHR take on a new meaning as I was talking about this, which is really throwing me off of the article? So we're going to move on. So according to a Harris poll, top 10 things women find romantic. Here we go. Number 1 on the list, candlelight dinners. Of course it's romantic. It's candlelight. It's beautiful. Depending on what you made anyways, because if you made crap, ain't no candle going to make that romantic. But actually, that's not even true. Because you put in the effort, it probably does become more romantic because you can't cook in the first place. So you got this like misfortunate pile of bleh. My wife actually used to always love the idea of me cooking because she could always make fun of it. She was such a good cook, which was awesome for me always. But nevertheless, it still happened. But she always thought it was so sweet when I tried. It's so adorable when you try to cook. Look at you go, she'd tell me. Son of a... picnics in the country. Watching a sunset or a sunrise. Bleh. Most boring moments of my life. Every time a girl's dragging me out. Wait, look at the sunset. I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's the sun going down. That's crazy. Yeah, it's orange and stuff. Wow, amazing. Like, ooh, the blues of the peaks. Oh my God, it looks like cotton candy. I could sit and stare at this for 2 minutes. Not even 20 seconds probably, max. Romantic movies, I get sucked into them. You put on a movie, if it's got subtitles on, I'll get sucked into it. And I don't know why the subtitles matter, but they do for me these days. I have to have something else to look at because I can't just stare at two people talking for very long, which is ironic because I'm expecting you to stare at me talking. But either way, soaking in a hot bath, obviously, throw some candles around it, and maybe some rose petals, and you're in business, dog. Candlelight dinner has nothing on a candlelight bath. Well, it does because at least you get to spend time with her. A candlelight bath, more than likely you get kicked out. Me and someone else cannot fit in a regular tub. I'm just saying, like if it's a jacuzzi tub, it's on and popping, but a regular tub, never gonna happen. The amount of water you'd be able to have in there is like this much. Because once I sit in it, it's gonna fill right up. That sucks, but it's so true. Dancing, obviously. And that's not, I was watching some show today with one of my roommates. Actually, it was my female roommate. It happened to be Grey's Anatomy. Talking about a show that can make you cry like 3 times in one episode. I was all welling up. The whole time I was like, well, I've never seen this show before. This is too much for me. And then I got hooked into it, because like I said, I get hooked into damn near anything. But I ended up watching it, but the guy says to his boyfriend, obviously, I want someone I can dance with. And not the kind where you flail your arms in the air, the kind you have to practice at and get good at and work at. I want that kind of dance partner. I don't know why I made that tone of voice, but nevertheless, I don't know what kind of dancing you want to do, if it's all freaky deaky sex dancing, or if it's the sweet, learn how to do it, study it, become better at kind of dancing. But whatever kind of dancing it is, she finds it romantic, so get to it. Putting perfume on. I remember I was at the patio one time with this girl, and she comes out, right? Well, she goes in the house real quick, and then she comes back out, and she put perfume on. I was all, did you put perfume on? And she's all, yeah. Now I'm embarrassed. Holy. Anyway, so, that's what she did to me, and I was just like totally oblivious to what had happened. And it's not like this happened when I was a kid. It literally happened maybe 3 months ago. So I feel like an ass. From that moment forward, I figured she would put on perfume for me, and I called her out. Like, are you trying to be sexy or something? Are you trying to be romantic right now? Wearing silk to bed. When a woman wears silk to bed, it's nice, especially if it's very, very little and the part that is covering her is kind of see-through. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's portions of it that should be silk. The rest of it, that white cloth stuff, that knitted stuff, I don't know what it's called, terry cloth, whatever. But either way, whatever makes them feel romantic, probably is gonna hook you up. So if they're wearing silk to bed, you should be like, I'm ready, Freddy. Sorry, I don't know where it's going with that. Exercise, that makes you feel romantic? This is off a top 10 Harris poll. I don't want to be rude when I say this, but I think the exercise thing probably, I don't know what that is actually. Do I have to take part in that for it to be romantic? Like exercising together? Because that's the only exercise I want to do together. You know what I'm saying? But The exercise, like, I don't mind exercising. I just don't want to exercise with somebody else because I don't want to have to talk to them. And I'll be honest with you, like, I'm in the zone, man. You know, I'm there, I'm doing my weights, I'm doing my leg stuff, I'm doing the running. I ain't chatting with nobody. Nobody. There could be a gorgeous girl right next to me and I'm like, you don't even exist. Until you do squats, then you very much exist to me. But up until that point, whatever, lady. And finally, reading a romance novel. Reading a romance novel is super romantic for the girl. If you're reading it aloud, I think it'd be funny and weird. So I don't know if I would agree with that. But anyways, that's the top 10 top 10 most romantic things that a woman thinks are romantic. I can't even get it out. But it's from a Harris poll, so it was a big long poll that somebody did. I can't believe I said that. How far would you go to get a date, or worse, get married? After we talked to a guy who posted a wife wanted sign in the back of his truck, we fielded calls from people who said they never stooped that low to get a date. And then others who said that that's the way it is these days. And that's what you have to do to meet someone. Put a big sign in the back of your truck that says, yo, I need a wife. Wife wanted. Some girl that's not a whore. Hey, if he finds her, good luck. I know that there's a bunch of women probably leaping at the chance to run in a truck with a sign in the back that says wife wanted. Because he's not even putting any effort into finding a wife. Like, that's what you got to get from that sign. No effort whatsoever. He's practicing humility, but he expects you to run to him. So I don't know if you want to go do that, ladies, but more power to you if you do. All right, we're going to take a trip to Crazy Town right now. When an 83-year-old woman from Ukraine was pronounced dead at her home by both paramedics and police last week. But 10 hours later, after her family started making preparations for her funeral, she showed signs of life and has since made a full recovery. At 83, a full recovery is a bit of a stretch, but nevertheless, she did wake up and is functional. You know, Ksenia Dudka, she had like the worst name ever to try to pronounce, had stopped breathing, and doctors checked for vital signs and performed an EKG, which showed no heart activity whatsoever. This lady was donezo, right? But about 10 hours later, she was back and talking. So what did she see while she was away? Dudka said, the kingdom of heaven. I called for my father. I wanted to ask if it was easy for him there. I thought we would meet. I already felt him, but I opened my eyes and standing above me were these people dressed in white. I thought they were angels, but they were actually doctors. I myself worked as a nurse, saved people, and apparently God had mercy on me. You're like, angels, doctors, son of a. I mean, that would be pretty upsetting. If you think you see angels and they end up being doctors, like, great, I'm still on earth. I thought I had actually found heaven. Heaven does exist. Finally get that satisfaction of knowing heaven existed after all these years. And it's doctors ruining your life. And they didn't even try to save you, by the way. You woke up on your own 10 hours later after they gave up on you. So it's not like they're even your heroes or anything. They're the people that were like, she's dead. She's not dead. Look at her go. So I wouldn't care if I saw them either. Like, you're not angels, you piece of. Get away from me. Either way, going to heaven, that would be quite the experience. Thanks for being part of mine. It's the Big K Experience in the Spilt Milk Show with the B.